Live from the Two Virginias news leader. WVVA News at Noon starts now.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for choosing us. I'm Joshua Bolden. And how about some uplifting stories this afternoon? We're continuing our coverage of a nonprofit in Virginia that is leasing a hotel in hopes to fight homelessness. After months of renovations, the first person recently moved in, and Patsy Montesinos captured the moment that one man stepped inside his new home.
Meet Gary Sechrist. At 69 years old, he's been calling his truck home.
I'm homeless because I ain't able to get out and work no more.
Sechrist found himself facing homelessness as his health declined in 2022. Unable to work with a broken hip, he said he lost everything.
You can't help what your body does, you know, and it's just really sad that, you know, I like to try to get out and do stuff, but now I ain't able to.
With his disability check, he looked for temporary shelter until his money ran out. The rest of the month, he would sleep in his truck anywhere he could find parking. But after a year of instability, he has found a place he can afford.
Got a roof over your head, you got a bathroom, you got a bed, TV and all that. What else more you could ask for?
Sechrist is the first person to rent a room in the newly renovated motel, Suites by T-Lot.
Homelessness can hit people that never in a million years expected to be experiencing homelessness.
The least of these ministry director, Dawn Sandoval, helped him move in. She led the effort to lease the building on Franklin Road and make the rates affordable.
It's been a journey to get where we are, and to see somebody utilizing a room starting this morning is amazing.
Staff and volunteers dedicated over 3 months to the transformation of the facility.
And everything's donated?
98% of all of our furniture was donated by this community.
For Sechrist, having a roof over his head and a warm bed at night is a profound relief.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I really am.
Turning a motel into a beacon of hope for those experiencing homelessness. In Roanoke, Patsy Montesinos, WVVA News.
Patsy, thank you so much. By the way, T-Lot stands for the least of these. And if you'd like to learn more about T-Lot, you, of course, can head over to our website. But now we need to catch up on the forecast. And, Jeffrey, I mentioned this morning, but I just got to mention it again. I might sound like a broken record. But yesterday really threw me for a loop. Not because of daylight saving time, y'all. I woke up and it was sunny, and then it switched over to snow, and then it was back to sun. And listen, I was just all over the place. I feel like we all might have been all over the place yesterday. The question is, will we see sun continually today, or is snow just going to come out of the blue?
No snow out of the blue today, Joshua. We are going to be seeing some blue, though, and that's going to be in those skies. We're going to see sunshine throughout the rest of this afternoon, and it's going to be a pretty nice stretch of days. Speaking about daylight savings time a little bit, of course, if you woke up early this morning, you might not have seen the sun at the usual time. That's because we took that hour of daylight and moved it to the end of the day with the start of daylight saving time. And if we take a look at the sunrise that we saw today, it started at 7:41, and we're going to continue to get earlier and earlier through the next 3 weeks. April 1st eventually landing on 7:10, close to where we were, but it'll still take another couple weeks to get there. Sunset, on the other hand, going to be getting later and later. As we head over the next week, we're going to gain about 2 minutes of daylight per day, eventually reaching about 15 or so extra minutes. And April 1st, 7:48 is going to be sunset. Now let's get a look at Beckley, West Virginia. We've got beautiful blue skies this afternoon. High pressure making itself known as we continue to stay warm into the next few days. Temperatures are still a little on the cool side today, but we'll warm up into the 40s and even the low 50s today, and tomorrow is going to be even warmer. Right now we're seeing about 45 degrees over in Pineville, 35 here in Bluefield. Down towards Raynell, we've got 37, and Whitfield and even 40 degrees. Looking at that satellite radar, minimal clouds. If anything, we are seeing only sunshine, and that's thanks to that high pressure. Tonight, we're going to stay on the clear side. Those temperatures will be getting down around near freezing once again, but seasonable for this time of year. Looking at our average low, we are 32 degrees. That's going to be just 2 degrees or so above that. Some of us might still get below freezing in the cooler spots. Looking at that day planner for tomorrow, we are going to continue to see sunny skies, and high temperatures will be reaching up into the mid-60s once again. Joshua?
Jeffrey, thank you so much. We'll catch you in less than 15. In the meantime, folks, if this is your first newscast of the day, let's do what we do every single day and catch you up. This coming into our newsroom early this morning. Around our region, 5 people are dead after a small private jet crashed in Virginia on Sunday. This taking place over in Bath County, Virginia. That's just east of Greenbrier County, folks. And according to officials, the aircraft crashed into a wooded area near the Ingalls Field Airport around 3 p.m. Now, the plane was fully engulfed in flames. Of the 5 deaths, 1 was the pilot, the other, the first officer, and the 3 others following those 2, the passengers. Police said one of the passengers was a child. According to authorities, it is unclear where the plane was traveling to or whether or not wind was a factor in this crash. The airport did close following the crash. Virginia State Police, the FAA, and the National Transportation Safety Board all investigating this. Well, continuing coverage this afternoon regarding that guardrail that was thought to be taken out by a landslide in Mercer County in the Ingleside Road area. Turns out that was not the case. We first told you about this on Friday. According to the Department of Transportation, the cause of the guardrail being taken out was a slip, not a landslide. So you may be asking yourself, what's the difference? Well, the department says that a slip is described as an ongoing movement which occurs over a period of time under the railroad, whereas a landslide is more instant. Crews say that the guardrail will be fixed in a matter of weeks, and you know we'll stay on top of that. Also over the weekend, the Greater Greenbrier Chamber of Commerce dinner was held, and it was held over at the Greenbrier in White Sulphur Springs. Now, each and every single year, you know this event serves as the perfect backdrop for area business leaders to celebrate their achievements. Organizers telling us that they hope it also connects new partners in our communities and allows them to look forward to a whole new year of good business together. Several of those businesses honored on Friday for their hard work, making a difference in Greenbrier County. Distinctions this year, folks, included Best New Business of the Year, Best Small Business of the Year, Best Nonprofit of the Year, and Business Leader of the Year. And if you head over to WVVA.com, you'll see a full breakdown of those recipients. Bree Jackson, what's happening in D.C.?
President Biden and former President Trump faced off in dueling events in Georgia over the weekend as voters in that crucial battleground state prepare to head to the polls Tuesday. I'm Bree Jackson in Washington with the latest.
I'm Moore Capito. On Biden's watch, over 6 million illegals have crossed into America, including terrorists and human traffickers. Then they race to sanctuary cities across the country. But if they come here, they've traveled a long way for nothing. When I was House Judiciary Chairman, we banned sanctuary cities in West Virginia. We have 0. California's that way. I'm Moore Capito, the Get It Done conservative.
Is this you or someone you know? Do you wake up feeling unrefreshed and lack motivation and energy during the day? Maybe you've tried CPAP treatment with no success. I'm Dr. Kevin Lucky, and I offer 2 alternative treatment options, oral appliance therapy and nightlays. We perform airway screenings and offer at-home sleep studies to determine the best treatment option for you. Call today for a consultation and take the first step in getting a better night's sleep.
Connect risk-free with Optimum's 60-day money-back guarantee. Get fast, secure internet with 99.9% network reliability and built-in cybersecurity. Plans start at $55 a month for a year. Choose Internet and Save when bundled with one of our voice solutions. With no hidden fees, no annual contract, and 24/7 business support. Call or visit Optimum.com/business today and get up to a $200 Optimum prepaid MasterCard.
It is clearly unsustainable, an unrelenting flow of migrant crossings all along the border.
Joe Biden created this invasion. Who's in our corner? Alex Mooney, to restore border security and rule of law. Mooney's landing body blows, build the wall, stop the drugs, beat the cartels down, and block Biden every time. It takes a warrior to win in Washington. Conservative fighter Alex Mooney for Senate.
I'm Alex Mooney, and I approve this message.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Dr. Amy Keene, Family Eye Health Care Clinic. Eye care for the whole family.
While times have sure changed,
Farmer Climate Campbell remains strong and caring.
I'm Doug Scaff, a conservative Republican running for Secretary of State. I have spent my life building businesses and creating jobs. I am a pro-life conservative. I am pro-Second Amendment. Just like you, I've had enough of the D.C. liberals who don't care about West Virginia. As your Secretary of State, I'll stand with Donald Trump and fight for fair and honest elections. I'm Doug Scaff, conservative Republican for Secretary of State, and I'd appreciate your support.
WVVA, your weather authority.
Georgia is one of several states holding primary elections Tuesday. Back in 2020, it was a pivotal battleground state. President Biden won there by just over 12,000 votes. The rematch of the 2020 election ramping up in 2024. Both President Biden and former President Trump making their case to voters.
But we all know Donald Trump sees a different America. An American story of resentment, revenge, and retribution. That's not me, that's not you.
For the good of our nation, it is time for crooked Joe Biden and myself to debate. We have to debate. It's for the good of our nation.
The two held dueling events in Georgia over the weekend where they hammered each other on a key issue, immigration.
Instead of celebrating the contribution of immigrants to our country, to our economy and our communities, Donald Trump calls them vermin, poison.
I will end the agony of our people, the plunder of our cities, the sacking of our towns, the violation of our citizens, and the conquest of our country. They're conquering our country.
Former President Trump also addressing the legal woes plaguing his campaign. Just last week, he secured a bond in the defamation case brought by writer E. Jean Carroll.
I just posted a $91 million bond, $91 million, on a fake story, totally made up story.
President Biden tackling one of voters' top concerns about his reelection bid, his age.
I've known the vast majority of the world leaders because I've been around a day or two. I know I don't look it.
Look, I'm not a young guy. That's no secret.
The Biden campaign releasing this new ad, poking fun at his age while taking political jabs at his opponent. And President Biden is set to make a big campaign push this week. He's scheduled to travel to New Hampshire, Wisconsin, and Michigan. In Washington, Bree Jackson, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot for that report, Bree. As we head into the rest of this afternoon, we've got abundant sunshine on the way, and that's thanks to high pressure, which will be keeping us dry through most of this week. Looking out over East River Mountain, Bluefield, West Virginia, not looking too bad. Things are trending warmer, which means we're going to start to see maybe some of those blossoms start to bloom a little bit. I know I've got grass growing in my backyard, and it's going to get even greener and greener in the coming days as we get closer to the official calendar start of spring. Looking at those temperatures, we are sitting in the 40s and 30s this afternoon, so it is a little bit on the cool side. Looks like we got about 35 degrees here in Bluefield as the coldest temperature on board, so all of us should be above freezing. Meanwhile, Grundy's reaching up into the mid-40s along with Pineville, sitting at 45. As we take a look at the temperatures the next few hours, we're going to warm up into the upper 40s, possibly the low 50s in some spots, but generally we're going to be a little bit cooler than average. Right now, our seasonal high about 50 degrees exactly, so we're going to stay seasonable today and fairly seasonable overnight as temperatures reach down into the low 30s. So we could still see a couple of us getting down below freezing once again. So if you've protected your plants over the cold from the weekend, it'll be a good idea to keep doing that again tonight. But as we head into this week and the next 6 to 10 days out from this week, we're going to start to see a trend shifting a little bit into cooler air. You can see we still have a good chance to be above average through about March 16th through the 20th, but we will eventually see cooler air filtering in, which will keep us a little cooler than seasonable. As we take a look at the satellite radar, dry, not a whole lot of activity going on in the way of cloud cover, and our winds will start to get a little bit lighter and lighter as we head into the overnight hours. That wind advisory has been allowed to expire for the areas at noon today. We're going to see a shift in the wind direction from the northwest. Going to be a little breezy, but tonight we'll see those winds really die down. We're going to see a minimal chance of precipitation over the next few days. It's not going to be until Thursday night into Friday that we really start to see rain moving back into our area, staying widespread as we head into the weekend. If we get a look at the futurecast for this afternoon, sunny skies are on tap and high temperatures could be reaching up into the 50s in parts of McDowell and Wyoming counties as we see warmer temperatures over there. And meanwhile, the rest of us going to linger in the upper 40s. And then overnight, we might see a few clouds rolling in, but temperatures will be getting down to the mid and low 30s. Some of us might get down below freezing, but tomorrow we're going to see the heat return. Despite a few clouds, we're going to be reaching up into the mid and low 60s. Could be reaching up to 65 degrees in War or 59 here in Bluefield by Tuesday afternoon. As we take a look at that extended forecast, the warm weather will continue into Wednesday and Thursday with a high in the 70s on Thursday, about 20 degrees above what we would normally see. And then the weekend's going to get a little warmer at first, but then we'll cool down into Saturday and Sunday as widespread rain moves in, and next week trending on the cool side. I'll send things back over to you, Joshua.
Folks, it's time for the Chuck Mathena Center, which means friend to the show, Candace Wilson, is with us. Hi.
Hi, friend. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
All right. So, let it go is all I can think of
right?
when I hear the words ice. But I understand that the Chuck Mathena Center will be frozen over with fairy tales, correct?
They sure will be. Sure will be. March 21st, we're going to have an ice show. Fairy Tales on Ice. Really? We are. Our stage is going to be frozen. I'm so excited.
I didn't know that the stage had the capability of being frozen.
We're going to try for the first time. They tell me it can be done. We're going to do it.
Oh, my gosh. So what can kids and kids at heart expect to see with the show?
So it's going to be, you know, those fairy tale classics that you grew up loving. Cinderella, Peter and Wendy, Little Red Riding Hood, things like that. So definitely those, you know, quintessential fairy tales that we all grew up on. World champion ice dancers, skaters, you're in for a show. It's definitely something different. Obviously, we've never had something like that. And I don't know that we've had anything like that in this area ever. Like, it's just so freaking cool to do it. I'm so excited.
Surreal.
It is.
One of the things that I love about the Chuck Mathena Center is that you always bring something different and expose our community to new things. Let's talk about pricing, date, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so it's March 21st. Tickets are $20 for adults and $18 for kids. I think we're about half sold out. We hit that mark this weekend, so we're still a couple weeks out. If that's something you're interested in, please go get your tickets. We're making history, and we're, like I said, we're so excited. I cannot wait to see how this is done. We may even try to film like a time lapse, just so if they let us post it.
That would be really neat.
Yeah, because it's, I don't know, like, I'm so excited.
Because, I mean, I've been on that stage before, but I never thought that that was something that you could turn into ice.
And like I said, we've been talking to him for about a year and a half, 2 years at this point, just to see if that was something we could do. We wanted to be confident in that, and you know, everything's just working out really well to do it. So I just can't wait to see it. I'm so excited.
Come make memories at the Chuck Mathena Center. It's in Princeton. It's in the heart of Princeton, right across the street from right across the street from Princeton High School, Princeton Senior High School. It's the biggest building on Stafford Drive, quite frankly. Again, you get bang for your buck when you come to the Chuck Mathena Center. CMCWV.org. Thursday, March 21st, 2024, 7 o'clock, $20 for adults, $18 for kids. And it's sure to be something that you and your children will remember for a lifetime. This could be one of those core memories that your child will have with them even into adulthood. I mean, with me, it's Sesame Street Live. I remember my mom taking me to that. So this could be a core memory for your child. Come out, support the Chuck Mathena Center, which is a nonprofit, folks. When you support a nonprofit, we can do great things in the community. Thank you again, as always.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Like I said, we're so excited. Like, I'm a big child about this one.
Yes.
So I just can't wait.
Oh gosh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you want to keep it locked on WVVA. We're going to check in with Lee and Tisha and see what's on Investigate TV.
Today on Investigate TV Plus, our investigation finds some firefighters are killed by a health issue doctors say is preventable.
We uncover why this threat went unnoticed for so long and what's being done now to fix it.
Hey everybody, Jerry down at Trader Jerry's. I want to remind you can turn your old guns into new cash. I want to also tell our West Virginia customers we can ship to any dealer up there for you. Just give us a call.
No matter what you're looking for, Trader Jerry has it. Trader Jerry's has the largest selection in our area with thousands of firearms in stock.
We'll also have our concealed weapon permits class forming daily. Give me a call, I'll put you on the list. And don't forget, we're going to treat you so many ways, you're going to like one of them.
Call 963-GUNS.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at U.S. Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at U.S. Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
It's not just Harvard. Marxist and communist professors have infiltrated our state universities. They believe the American family structure is racist and want society to replace parents. I'm Chris Miller, and I'm pushing back. Banning critical race theory is a start, but let's require K-12 schools to teach patriotism from a young age. America is the greatest country on earth. I'm Chris Miller, and that's not propaganda. It's the truth.
At DraftKings Casino, we give credit where credit is due in casino credits. New players, download America's #1 online casino and get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. The crown is yours.
Mercer County Health Department and Blueprints Family Health believe in keeping your little ones healthy and happy. For over 60 years, we've provided a childhood immunization program which ensures your children are protected against preventable diseases. We also provide adult immunizations such as RSV, COVID-19, and influenza. But that's not all. We're going the extra mile for our local young athletes. We'll be offering free sports physicals at the school to ensure your kids are in top shape for the game. Call us today at 304-324-8851 for an appointment and to receive information on upcoming free sports physicals clinics.
WVVA weather is brought to you by the trusted pros in Appalachian Heating, experts in service and installation. Watch WVVA News live and on demand, totally free, with no subscription needed. Local news and the latest weather, anytime you want. Download and stream for free. WVVA, here for you. Get the WVVA News app, now available on your phone and tablet devices. Scan the QR code and download the WVVA News app today.
If you've never heard a Mighty Wurlitzer Theater pipe organ, it's not going to an orchestra, it's not going to a church concert, it's an experience. There's just a plethora of various and sundry tones and sounds. You can play it in a way to make people happy and laugh. I can make them weep in their popcorn.
So there was a lot of rebuilding we had to do. It's still an ongoing process. There's still things we need to do that we're waiting to find some funding and see how many people we can get involved to come in and be part of it. I never get tired of the next one, having another one come to life. This can be a wonderful asset and part of the theater, and it makes all the other trials and tribulations worthwhile.
a little bit toward the end of the old trail. Every time I play, I try to play like it's my last. For them. Because you never know, you never know. There are no guarantees.
My husband's been gone 16 years, and almost 16, and today is his birthday. And he was an organ buff. We had organs in our home, and of course I play the piano. So I thought, what better way to celebrate Paul's birthday today and come and see this.
Did come to movies here back when it was running as a full-blown movie theater. I like music, and in my older years I don't hear as well as I used to, and this thing just fills the auditorium, and that's great.
With this, I can feed them a royal buffet for hungry ears that when they leave, they're whistling tunes as they go down the street.
And April 20th will be the Granada Organ's big debut, so mark your calendars for that. Before we go, you might recognize this guy. Brandon Collins happens to be the husband of my former co-anchor 4 meteorologists ago, Catherine Thompson. Brandon, we just have to give you a shout out because you're still family. Enjoy your day, man. Hey, Jeffrey Hool, are you serving up good weather for Brandon and Oaken today?
Absolutely. We're seeing beautiful blue skies all across our area. One place in particular, Burke's Garden, showing some vibrant blues. High temperature is going to be a little on the cool side. You're likely still going to need a jacket if you're heading out, guys, but those temperatures going to be in the 60s tomorrow after we top off in the upper 40s and low 50s today. Heading into Thursday, we're going to see those temperatures really start to warm up, eventually sitting in the 70s possibly, but then rain will be moving in the later half of the week. So until then, enjoy the stretch of about 4 days of beautiful weather.
Be present, folks.
Yes.
Soak it in.
Always in the moment.
This is wonderful. Exactly. Always in the moment. That's the best way to be, and it has been wonderful spending this moment with you. Let's do it again tomorrow. Coming up next, Elizabeth Vargas, and then, of course, NBC News Daily after that. Bye, y'all.